position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas A&M's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Fakes to grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Finds his tight end. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And the Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Texas A&M!
And that is exactly what you...
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Caught over the middle. It's Washington. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Out of space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Couldn't get any closer on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Aggie! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Throwing on the run. Snags it down the right side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Aggies! The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be changing the route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job. Receiver, you run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
This time on target. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they added 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Looking for a huge play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found... This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. On target to the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense.
Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great place to start for this offense.
Set, ready.
The give from the gun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds his back in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. With that. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll... There he goes! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Unloads to the wide out. Got his man. Touchdown, Kansas State. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline.
Base 27
looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And busting big runs like... Always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far, because 5 straight runs. They ran on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, and they just did it again. So right now, they're trying to be the more physical side.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Wildcats! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and